Hello everyone, I am Kanchan and welcome to Apti Plus Academy for Civil Services, a premier institution for preparing for civil services in India. Today I am here for a daily news and editorial analysis for 16th and 18th of March 2024, and this editorial analysis is going to be important for all three stages of UPSC, which are UPSC prelims, mains and interview process. And apart from UPSC exams, this editorial analysis is going to be important for all the government exams in India. So without further delay, let us begin the analysis. Recently, the Union Minister of Road Transport and Highways announced in the Parliament that the new system of tolling in India would be introduced, and this new system of tolling would be based on the Global Navigation Satellite System, that is GNSS. And in this context, this news becomes important for the UPSC prelims perspective and also for the GS Paper 2 of UPSC mains. And under GS Paper 2, this topic falls under the syllabus Government Policies and Interventions. And in this topic, we are going to discuss about the new proposed highway tolling system. Then we'll discuss the challenges and the benefits of the proposed highway tolling system. Then we'll discuss the Gaggan navigation system and the FASTag. Then lastly, we'll discuss the PYQ that has been asked from this topic. So let us begin the analysis. So as per the announcement of the Union Minister, this proposed highway tolling system would be based on the Global Navigation Satellite System, that is GNSS. And GNSS is a collective term used to refer to any satellite based on the navigation system. For instance, the GNSS also includes the GPS, Gaggan of India, etc. So all the navigation satellite systems are included in the GNSS, and the GNSS would be used for this new type of tolling system that would be implemented in India. And the proposed highway tolling system, which is based on GNSS, would use the large constellation of satellites to provide more accurate location and navigation information to the users. So determination of location of the vehicles and navigating the vehicles would be more easier with the new proposed highway tolling system. And in this new proposed highway tolling system, the toll amount would be directly deducted from the digital wallet of the drivers or the car owner. So this system is more or less similar to the FASTag, but this system uses the GNSS, which is Global Navigation Satellite System. So this is the only difference between the FASTag and this proposed highway tolling system. So this new tolling system would basically coexist with the existing FASTag system, which is already there in India. So the FASTag system, which have been implemented in India for the toll collection, for making the toll collection easier, will be coexisting with this new proposed highway tolling system. So these were the important informations related to the new proposed highway tolling system. And so far as the challenges concerned with the setting up of this new type of tolling system in India is concerned, this type of toll collection would require setting up a nationwide network of automated number plate recognition system. So the automated number plate recognition system, which will recognize the vehicles passing by in the tolling booths, would be required to be installed in all the tolling booths in India, and the cost of setting up of such infrastructure would be very high for India. So this is an important infrastructure hurdle hurdle so far as the installation of new type of navigation system in India is concerned. And another challenge is the challenge of privacy. So this navigation system might use the position or the location of the drivers or the car owners, and this might affect the security and the privacy of the car owners in India. So these are the important challenges of the new type of tolling system in India. And so far as the benefits of this type of tolling system in India is concerned, this type of tolling system would make the traffic flow smoother. Since in India there is a huge challenge of traffic jams across India, so implementation of this type of tolling system in India would make the traffic flow smoother, and also this type of tolling system would make the communication faster, and the travel time would be reduced, and it will also make the highway network more efficient. And most important benefit of this type of tolling system is that the tolling system would be more fairer, because this type of tolling system basically uses the distance traveled to pay the tolls. So that means if a car has traveled a less distance, then that car would be charged less toll, and if a car has traveled more distance, then that car would be charged more toll. So for this reason, this type of tolling system would democratize the billing system in tolls. So these are the important challenges and the benefits of new types of tolling system that is being implemented in India. And talking about the FASTag is a device that employs the radio frequency identification technology, that is RFID. So RFID is the technology that is being used in the FASTag for making toll payments directly while the vehicle is in motion. RFID technology would directly identify the vehicle and the toll would be collected automatically. So this is the FASTag system, and the FASTag, which is the RFID tag, is affixed on the windscreen of the vehicle, and this enables customer to make toll payments directly from the account which is linked to the FASTag. So FASTag is basically affixed on the windscreen of a car, and the RFID device which is attached on the camera of the tolling booth would directly identify that RFID tag. And in this way the toll is collected using the FASTag. And the FASTag in India is operated by NHAI, which is National Highway Authority of India. So in the picture you can see the FASTag toll collection system. So this is the car which is passing through the toll collection booth, and the FASTag or the RFID device is attached or affixed on the front side or the windscreen of the car, and there is a camera, and this camera or sensor automatically detects this RFID, and the toll is collected from this car without having to stop this car. So this is how the toll collection system works using the FASTag, and these are the important facts related to the FASTag that you need to know about. And in UPSC the questions are directly asked from this type of technologies. So technologies and how they works are very important for UPSC prelims perspective in the science and technology. The 𝐾𝐿 navigation system, which is also called the GPS aided geo augmentation navigation system, is an initiative by the Indian government for the satellite based navigation services in India. So this 𝐾𝐿 system is basically aided by the GPS system, and this 𝐾𝐿 system basically aims to enhance the accuracy of global navigation satellite system, which is GNSS. So you have to understand one point, that the 𝐾𝐿 is dependent on GPS for the locational services or the navigation system, and the Airport Authority of India and the ISRO, which is Indian Space Research Organization, have collaborated to develop the 𝐾𝐿 navigation system in India. So the ISRO and Airport Authority of India ने इस 𝐾𝐿 system के लिए collaborate किया है. So you have to know this fact. So this is the UPSC Civil Services PYQ, which was asked in 2023, and the question is, which one of the following countries has own satellite navigation system? So this is a pretty straightforward question. Comment the answer of this question in the comment section. Now moving on to next topic of discussion for today.
Gandhi Ashram, located on the banks of Sabarmati in Ahmedabad, was Gandhiji's Karm Bhumi between 1917 and 1930. It was from here that Gandhiji conducted his experiments in constructive work, education, and satyagraha. The ashram was also a base for India's quest for freedom. The austere, simple, and authentic architecture of the ashram was the very embodiment of Gandhiji's values and philosophy. It is true that today's Gandhi Ashram Memorial is deeply inspiring, yet it has long been felt that it leaves much to be desired. When established, the ashram was spread out over 120 acres of land on the outskirts of Ahmedabad. It had 63 buildings that housed numerous activities of the ashram. Today, what people know as Gandhi Ashram is only 5 acres of the original ashram, which has been preserved as a memorial. Only 3 of its original buildings are open for visitors. Many of the others have either been torn down or lie across the busy ashram road. Many new buildings that are incongruous with the architecture of the original ashram have also been built on the ashram's ground, making it unrecognizable as the place from where Gandhiji nurtured India's quest for freedom.
Recently, on the 94th anniversary of Dandi March, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the 1200 crore Sabarmati Ashram redevelopment plan. And in this context, the Dandi March and the importance of Sabarmati Ashram becomes important for UPSC prelims perspective and also for the GS paper 1 of UPSC mains, which is the important personalities in news. And in this topic, we are going to discuss about the importance of Sabarmati Ashram and the importance of Dandi March for India. So let us begin the analysis. So far as the Sabarmati Ashram is concerned, this Sabarmati Ashram is very important in the context of modern Indian history, and this ashram was established by Mahatma Gandhi in 1917 and it is located at the western bank of Sabarmati river in Ahmedabad. So आपको ये fact याद रखना है कि Sabarmati Ashram was established in 1917 and it is located in Ahmedabad. Mahatma Gandhi in his lifetime established 5 settlements across different countries, and when he was in South Africa, he established 2 important settlements, which are the Phoenix settlement in Natal and the Tolstoy farm in Johannesburg. So in the Johannesburg and in the Natal, he established 2 settlements, and in India as well, he established 3 important settlements, which are located in Kochram area of Ahmedabad. And this settlement was first settlement which was founded by Mahatma Gandhi when he came to India. And the other settlements are Sabarmati Ashram, which is located in Ahmedabad, and the Sevagram Ashram, which is located in Wardha. So these are the 3 important settlements which was founded by Mahatma Gandhi after he came to India, and the other 2 important settlements are the Phoenix settlement, Tolstoy farm. So students को usually Sabarmati Ashram के बारे में पता होता है, लेकिन महात्मा गांधी ने साबरमती आश्रम छोड़ के भी बहुत सारा settlements बनाए थे. So you have to remember these points. Sabarmati Ashram is very significant because the Dandi March was launched from Sabarmati Ashram in 1930. Gandhiji also launched various movements from Sabarmati. So when he was living in the Sabarmati Ashram, he launched various movements such as the Champaran Satyagraha of 1917, the Ahmedabad Mills Strike and Kheda Satyagraha in 1918 and 1919, the Khadi movement in 1918, the Rowlatt Act and Khilafat movement in 1919, and the non-cooperation movement in 1920. So these all important movements of the Indian national history was started by Mahatma Gandhi when he was living in Sabarmati Ashram. And another important fact about the Sabarmati Ashram is that the Vinoba Bhave, who led the Gramadan movement in India, also lived in a cottage in Sabarmati Ashram, and this cottage is called the Vinoba Kutir. So this Vinoba Kutir is the cottage where the Vinoba Bhave lived in the Sabarmati Ashram. So these are the important facts so far as the Sabarmati Ashram is concerned. Now let us discuss about the Dandi March in detail. And so far as the background of the Dandi March is concerned, in the ancient times, salt making was primarily carried by the farmers in India, and these farmers were referred as the salt farmers. But after the colonization of India by British, salt became a commercial commodity, and the British imposed a salt tax, making it symbol of colonial exploitation. Because the salt which was freely taken by the Indians were now taxed by the British government, and this was considered by Indians as the form of colonial exploitation. And the Mahatma Gandhi recognized the salt tax as particularly oppressive measure and saw it as an opportunity to mobilize the masses for the non-violent protest against the British rule. So salt tax was the basis of the Dandi March and the civil disobedience movement. And on March 2, 1930, Mahatma Gandhi wrote a letter to the Lord Irwin, who was then Viceroy of India, informing that he intends to break the salt law as an act of civil disobedience. So this letter basically served as the beginning of the civil disobedience movement in India. And after writing this letter, Mahatma Gandhi started the Dandi March from Sabarmati Ashram in Ahmedabad on March 12, 1930. And this march was of 24 days. This is important fact for one-day exams. And on April 6, 1930, Mahatma Gandhi symbolically broke the salt law by picking off the handful of salt from the source of the Dandi. So these are the important facts about the Dandi March and the civil disobedience movement. So these facts are very important from the UPSC prelims and mains perspective. So you need to know all these facts so far as the Dandi March is concerned. Now let us discuss the PYQ that has been asked from this similar topic. UPSC in 2021 asked this question from the modern history, and the question is, who among the following is associated with the songs from the prison or translation of the ancient Indian religious lyrics in English? And the options are Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Jawaharlal Nehru, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, and D is Sarojini Naidu. So this is the pretty straightforward question. You can easily answer this question, and if you even do not know about this answer, you can Google the answer of this question and comment the answer of this question in the comment section. Now moving on to next topic of discussion for today. Recently, it has been seen in news that the France is aiming to legalize the assisted dying in France, and in this context, we need to understand what is assisted dying or active euthanasia and the passive euthanasia. We also need to understand about the India's position so far as the active and the passive euthanasia is concerned. So for this reason, this topic becomes important for UPSC prelims perspective, which is facts for prelims. And in this topic, we'll discuss what is active euthanasia and passive euthanasia, and we'll discuss what is India's stand so far as active euthanasia and passive euthanasia. So let us begin the analysis. So as we just discussed, France is now considering legalizing a form of assisted dying, which is also called aid in dying. And this news comes after the France recently adding the abortion as the constitutional right. So the abortion was also made a constitutional right in France recently, and the proposed bill will have the strict conditions allowing the assisted dying only for individuals with incurable illness. And many countries in Europe have already legalized the passive euthanasia. For instance, Netherlands, Luxembourg, Belgium, Spain, etc. So these countries have already legalized the passive euthanasia, and for this reason this news is important. Now let us understand what is active euthanasia and passive euthanasia in detail. So far as the active euthanasia and passive euthanasia is concerned, in active euthanasia, the patient is deliberately killed using the lethal substances. So the patient is given the lethal substances in active euthanasia, and the passive euthanasia occurs when the life-sustaining treatment are withheld or withdrawn from the patient. So the passive euthanasia may involve the decisions to stop the medical interventions such as the ventilators, feeding tubes, the medications that sustain the life. So all the life-sustaining devices might be removed from the patient in case of passive euthanasia. So active euthanasia means directly killing the patient using the lethal substances, and the passive euthanasia is removing the support system of the patient. So these are the important difference that you need to know about the active euthanasia and the passive euthanasia. Now let us discuss about the India's stand so far as the active and passive euthanasia is concerned. So far as India's stand in active and passive euthanasia is concerned, so the passive euthanasia is legal in India, and in Aruna Sandbagh versus Union of India case 2011, Supreme Court recognized the passive euthanasia in the case of Aruna Sandbagh, who was in the vegetative state, and through this ruling, the Supreme Court of India permitted the withdrawal of life-sustaining treatment from the patients not in the position to make the informal decision. So that means the Supreme Court of India in Aruna Sandbagh versus Union of India case allowed the passive euthanasia for the patients who are not able to take their own decision for life. So for this reason, this case is important. You can quote this case in your UPSC mains answer writing, and this type of case can be directly asked in UPSC exam. And in the Common Cause versus Union of India case 2018 as well, Supreme Court of India legalized the passive euthanasia in India. So two cases are very landmark so far as the passive euthanasia is concerned. So you need to know about both the names of the cases, and the court also emphasized the dignity of dying is process that is integral to right to life guaranteed under Article 21 of the Constitution. So as per the Supreme Court of India, the right to die is also part of Article 21 of the Constitution of India. So the current status of India so far as the euthanasia is concerned, India only allows the passive euthanasia. So these are the important facts about the euthanasia so far as India is concerned. Now moving on to next topic of discussion for today. Recently, China, Iran and Russia staged the joint naval drill in the Gulf of Oman, and in this context we need to understand about this military drill. So for this reason, in this topic we will discuss about the military drill in detail. So let us begin the analysis. So the military drill which was conducted by Iran, Russia and China in the Gulf of Oman was Marine Security Belt 2024, and this drill was the fourth joint military exercise among these three countries, and this drill had started in 2019. So this topic is important for the defense and security in UPSC prelims perspective. So this topic is not quite important for UPSC mains, and in this drill India was also an observer. So for this reason this drill is important. And the other observer countries were Pakistan, Kazakhstan, Azerbaijan, Oman, India and South Africa. So these countries were all the observers in the exercise. And so far as the Gulf of Oman is concerned, it is the western extension of the Arabian Sea, and it is situated between the Middle East, between the countries like Iran, Oman and the United Arab Emirates. So this is the Gulf of Oman. So Gulf of Oman is located in Arabian Sea, and the Gulf of Oman connects the Persian Gulf by the Strait of Hormuz. So this is Strait of Hormuz. So this is very important, and United Arab Emirates is located here, Oman is here, the Qatar is here, Bahrain is here, Kuwait is here. So the map of Middle East is very important. We also discussed about the map of Middle East in many daily news and editorial analysis we did in the past. So this is the map of Gulf of Oman, and this is the important fact about the Marine Security Belt 2024, and this topic was also the last topic of discussion for today. And today as well I have got an important quote of the day for you. Now let us look at the quote that I have got for you. So the quote of the day for today is, "You never fail until you stop trying." And this quote is very important, and this quote is very important because failure is part of our life, and you should not stop trying, because if you are not failing, that means you are not trying. So this was the quote of the day for you. We'll meet again in the next video. Till then, take care.